Hello, everyone. So 2025 was a really, really big year for me. Um, and it was a big year first because I was turning 35, and also because I published my poetic memoir titled I Am Water. And I've been sitting with my book lately and thinking about what it really meant for me to put this book out into the world and why I had decided to do it through self publishing and why that path mattered to me so much. So, the book is about my life, it's made up of 15 poems. But these poems have been with me for a very, very long time. Some of them were written in moments of exhaustion, some in moments of just real deep reflection. Many of them were created quietly in between, surviving life and being a mother, trying to just keep going when things were tough. And most of them really for years they just lived in my notebooks and some parts and corners of my mind. And I have to be honest, like, self-publishing wasn't easy. It stretched me in ways I didn't expect. There were moments where I doubted myself. There were moments where I really wondered if sharing something so personal was really worth the vulnerability. So what really helped me take the step was seeing another author do the same. Shout out to her. So I'm not going to mention her name. I don't know if she's going to be comfortable with that. But watching her do that gave me courage to tell my story too. So I Am Water is a poetic memoir, which means it's my life told through poetry. And each poem captures a piece of my becoming. The breaking, the healing, the loving, the searching for a sense of home in a world where I really, really, really felt out of place. So I write as a daughter, who grew up longing for my mother's love. That's reflected in the poem A Woman I Met but Never Knew. I write as someone who had to learn early what absence feels like. I reflect on that in a poem about my father in terms of the shadow beside me. I write as a woman who had to figure out motherhood on her own. I write about that in A Love I Had to Learn. So these poems, move through themes like motherhood, my struggle with mental health, simplicity, spiritual awakening, and just the constant feeling of trying to arrive somewhere you can finally rest. They also talk about love and grief and resilience and tenderness and joy. And I guess the complicated realities of living and being a woman trying to find a way. So this book is not about having figured everything out. I haven't figured everything out, but it's about being honest while I'm still in the middle of my journey and sort of living through it as authentic and as possible, as authentic as I can. I didn't write these poems to be seen as strong or healed. I wrote them to reach out because I know that there are others who are out there carrying very quiet pain, people who are raising families while running on empty, people who are building dreams while trying to hold themselves together. So this book is for that person. This book is for the person who questions their place in the world, how I've often questioned my place in the world. It's for the parent who keeps showing up while silently really, really struggling. It's for anyone who's really stood at the edge of themselves and still chose to stay. I reflect on this in the poem Who Heard My Cry. So I've paired each poem with a reflection because I wanted to give context. I wanted to share not just the words, but my lived experiences and the lived experiences behind the poems. So this is not polished success story. It's a record of my survival and of my becoming. It's proof that I've been shaped by hardship and I'm still learning how to live gently with myself. So I wrote this book to honor my own path, including parts of me that I once tried to ignore. So it's a journey on how I moved from being Lerato to becoming Bukhali. It's a way to remind my younger version, or the younger version of me, and maybe someone else who's listening right now, that worthiness was never something that we had to earn. You're worthy of every moment, of every space, of everything that you are doing. More than anything, I wrote, I am water to connect. So I wanted to say to you, you're not imagining the weight you carry. You're not alone in it. Even when things feel unbearably heavy, there's still something within you that really wants to live. So, like I said, I don't have all the answers, but I'm still here. One of my favorite songs is Beyonce's I Was Here. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still writing. I'm still hoping. And I hope that through these poems that I can offer you the same hope in a very quiet and a very honest way. And I hope that you also find yourself through my words and you're able to reflect on these words. So if this book feels like something you need, or something you'd like to share with someone you love, it could be a brother, a sister, or a friend, you can DM me directly to order a copy. I would really love for these words to find their way to you. In the coming days, I'll be reflecting on some of the poems, and my hope is that these poems move like water, softening what's hard in your life and making space where things feel really, really tight. And I hope that the poems also remind you that you belong here, always and still. For more magic moments from me.